Hey folks, welcome back to another quick movie review. Ironically, because the corner of my whatchamacallit is saying what the title of the movie is. This one's called Wreck. It's a Spanish horror film, and in America they remade it into the movie Quarantine. And the first installments of both films, the Spanish and American one, are pretty much the same, but their sequels are kind of different. I don't, I'm not really gonna spoil the whole thing because one's a scientific twist of an explanation, the other one's a supernatural one. So again, if you want to check out the rest of the series, feel free. I already know what it is, so you really don't have to tell me in the comment section. But the fear of this movie pretty much is being isolated in a building full of zombies. And the messed up part in the movie, both governments of the Spanish and the American in both films had contained these people because they knew something that was in there. In the American version, which I'm also going to review a little bit later, it was super rabies that these people had, and where they were showing symptoms, and then they were coming a lot quicker because once you show symptoms, it's pretty much fatal. You can't get any antibiotics in your system. But this particular one is pretty scary because the way the movie was lit. This one looks more super realistic. Uh, they didn't use any sets. Well, let me just say the apartment was the set, but they really didn't build anything. The only thing that the production was really behind was probably the makeup, and mostly everything in the film was improvised. Again, it's in both versions, but the American version had more technicalities. Uh, to me, I think the scariest part of the film is at the end when they're trapped up in that penthouse and there's that super mutated, whatever you want to call it, thing. Um, of course, the Spanish version, it looks a little bit more threatening and creepy, than anything because it looks like its jaws hanging out. You can't really tell if it's a male or female. It's only wearing underwear, and you really have to be quiet. He's like, as soon as you make a sound, it's like attracted to you. Um, and doing some more research, apparently the video game Outlast had pulled inspiration from this, and I don't know that many reviews about it, but it kind of gave me some ideas, when I eventually do my horror comic book. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, yeah, let me know in the comments if you've seen this one. To me, this one is I'm kind of glad that Japan, or pretty much in Asia, they're not the only ones doing horror films. In Europe, they're coming up really quick. You have 28 Days Later, which is I'm also going to kind of review, which is kind of, to me, is a semi-European film, even though it has an American corporation attached to it. But talk more about that later down the list. Sayonara.